Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For today we're going to solve log equations. First, let's review this example. So your base is 5, and to get rid of the log we use the base of 5 to apply it to both sides. What's going to happen is that the log and the base cancel each other out, and you end up with x plus 6 is equal to 5 to the power of 2. Now we're simply going to solve for x by moving the 6 to the other side. And you end up with 5 squared minus 6. Now that is the equivalent to x is equal to 25 minus 6, which gives you 19. Our second review example is when you have to isolate the log. So in this case, we need to move everything that is not inside the logs. For example, let's move the 2, and you're going to end up with 4 log x plus 3 equals to 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. Now I have not isolated the log completely. We do need to get rid of that 4 in the front. So we're going to divide by 4. And you're going to end up with log x plus 3 equals to 3. Now we do need to get rid of this log. It doesn't indicate a base, so therefore the base must be 10. So to get rid of the log base 10, we need to put a 10 in both sides, the base. They cancel each other out, and you're going to end up with x plus 3 equals to 10 to the power of 3. Now let's isolate x by moving the 3 to the side. Now if you move the 3, it becomes negative. Now that is really 1,000 minus 3, but because it's a big number, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now for our lesson today, we need to talk about log equals a log. Now they do have to have the same base, and when a log is equal to a log, they really just cancel each other out. So you end up with the insides of the log. So in this case, it's x plus 5 equals to 5x plus 10. We do have x's in both sides, so we do need to gather them to one side. So I'm just going to move the 5 to the other side by subtracting it. Of course, you could have just moved the x to the other side. And you end up with negative 4x plus 5 equals to 10, because the 5 and the 5 cancel each other. Now let's isolate for x. So move the 5. And then we're going to end up with negative 4x is equal to 5. We're going to divide by negative 4. And by the way, positive 5 divided by negative 4 really is negative 5 over 4, because it's a positive over negative. And that's the answer. Okay, if you have ln equals an ln, what you're going to do is you're going to cancel the ln's, because ln is just log base c. They do have common bases. And you end up with 5x plus 10. I'm going to isolate for the x, so the 2 and the 10 need to go away. In this case, we always start with the addition and subtraction. So you end up with negative 5 equals to 2x. And then to get rid of the 2, we're going to divide by 2. So therefore, x is equal to negative 5 over 2. That's it. Okay, what happens if you need to condense one side? For example, we do have an addition. We do have to have common bases. So we're going to condense the first side, so it becomes one log. And don't forget that when you add logs, the insides, so the 2 and the x are going to multiply each other. So 2 times x is 2x. Now if you look at it, now we just have a problem where we just need to get rid of the log, because this log equals a number. So put the base of 7, and that's how you cancel the log. You're going to cancel that, and then you're going to end up with 2x is equal to 7 to the 6. Now how do you get rid of the 2? We're going to divide, because we want to isolate for x. So x is equal to 7 to the 6 all over 2, and that's your answer. Now in this problem we also need to condense because we have a minus. Now the rule for minus is division of the inside. So in this case we're going to write ln. I'm going to say x is in the top of the fraction, and then 2 is in the bottom because this is minus ln. Now how do you get rid of an ln? Remember, the base is e. So e is the base, e is the base. That's going to cancel each other out, and you're going to end up with x over 2 is equal to e to the power of 5. Now we're going to multiply by 2 to get rid of the 2. And you're going to end up with x equals to 2 times e to the 5th. Now, what happens when you have condensing? Okay, so first do condensing. I do notice I have an x plus 5 and a 7. So it's log base 3. And they should have been the same base. I forgot to write 3 in the top front. But see, that's going to multiply. But the 7 is really going to multiply the x, and the 7 is really going to multiply the 5. It must distribute to both pieces. Now the other side is a log. Now we have log equals a log property. So when a log equals a log, you can just get rid of the bases. And we simply have a simple linear equation. So we need to solve for x by moving the 35 to the other side. So 10 minus 35 is negative 25. And we're going to divide by 7. So the answer is negative 25 over 7. And that is all, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.